I thought about bringing this up on the pod, and I was like, it's too weird, and it goes nowhere.
Okay.
But I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
I woke up from a dream last night. Don't remember the dream at all.
Okay.
I just remember waking up and saying, Cholos have a code.
You remember saying that?
I remember saying that out loud as I woke up. And I don't
And you
know
have no
what it
idea
means. I have
what.
no context. What happened in that dream? I've never in my life has that happened to me where I woke up and said something.
I'm just picturing you straight food up, just button on the top, tatted face. We need someone to do some fan art of Cholo Torio, and he's just stomping the viewer's perspective. It's getting foggy, and it says Cholos have a code, and the back of the shirt is just you sitting up in bed with a sleeping cap going, what on earth was that about?
Well, golly, that's bizarre.
Lift off. The clock has started.
Hey Hesbos, welcome to Hesby Street, the podcast where no ideas really take place, but they just sort of pass through.
I'd say ideas happen.
They
From
begin
time
to
to time.
happen.
They begin to happen.
And sometimes they happen to completion.
Yeah.
Do us a favor, go to hesbystreetpod.com first and check out Torio's dates.
Whenever you want.
You could also go to patreon.com/hesbystreet and get a free extra episode. Well, it's not free, right?
No, it's not free. Well, once
It
you
is
pay,
free.
it's now free.
It's free, actually, because you're paying for the first episode of that month, the first week of that month. The rest of the weeks are included at no additional cost.
No more cost. You only pay the one time a month. Give us $5. Stop being so cheap. We need it.
That's like $1 an episode, pretty much.
Yeah. Some months you get... Some months that have 5 Fridays, $1 an episode.
Yeah.
It happens a couple times a year.
It's gym math because I pay $87 a month, but if I go 6 days a week, it's like $3 a day.
You don't-
And if I don't leave
Uh-huh.
and I'm there all the time, it's like 10 cents a visit.
A second.
If I just step out
It's
and
$87 a month.
in, $87 a month.
Interesting. You're trying to talk me into joining. It was $80 a month. You had rounded down to help you out a little
I
bit.
said
which
like
I get.
80 a month, and
Said
that is like
like.
80. That's the first half of the word. Tori, you got dates coming up? Talk about it.
I think I'm about to be in Washington, D.C.
You think?
I'm gonna be in San Francisco with my boy Zack for a live podcast game show type thing we're working on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. I'll be in Denver on my birthday, the big 3-7 in Denver.
Nice.
Come on out. That's it, really. I think. And then I got some stuff in LA. Check me out.
What are you going to do for your birthday? You going to get a mile high?
No, I'm just gonna hope people show up to my Denver show.
Okay, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's a fun way to celebrate your birthday.
You have any announcements?
I'm going to be at the Comedy Store today. Oh, no, wait. That's last week. Never mind. I'm going to be in Tahoe all week, dude. Fucking suck my D. But I will be back, and I will be at the...
Just do the music,
Hopefully.
dude.
Well, no, I'm going to be at the
this is-
Madhouse Comedy Club August 10th. Dude, let me talk about my dates. They matter. All
Not if-
dates matter.
Honestly, not if they're at the Madhouse Comedy
Yeah,
Club.
that's true.
Shots fired.
That's
I don't give a fuck.
I will be there, though. So come commiserate with me. And then August 16th through 19th, I'll be featuring for Chris Estrada at Punchline San Francisco. And August 21st, I will be with Torio Van Grol at the bus stop doing our live podcast.
You wearing the bus
game
stop
show.
hat?
Yeah, I got to rep it. They're letting us do our tomfoolery at their establishment.
Yeah.
You got to wear the merch. All right, now I have a little ditty I want to play for you. Tell me what you think.
Okay. It was fine.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm actually stoked you also think it was fine.
I also think it was fine. It was a fight. You know, we've shouted about it a few times, but that song was actually written and composed.
That's wild. Because I
By-
could just play it by
I know,
memory.
by DJ Real.
DJ Real, Nick
who,
Stargood.
just got back from Just for Laughs. He was out there doing some stuff. Him and Drennan Davis.
Did Just for Laughs just happen? Or is it still happening?
Well, I know that this is coming out in the future, so I'm saying he's just getting back from.
Oh, nice. He just
Yeah,
got
I'm a
back
professional.
safely from Flight 173, as we all know.
you ever watch that Hijack show on Apple with Idris Elba?
Oh, yeah.
You heard of it? Kind of a fun show. I like a good Hijack. I've never seen a Hijack show.
Right.
It's always a movie.
Yeah. Season 2 is going to be nuts.
But there's a couple big holes in
In the plane?
plot.
Oh.
Where I'm like, you really got to stretch your, which I'm all for. You got to get rid of some reality when you're
Suspend
watching.
disbelief,
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's a couple where I'm like, all right, I guess, okay, I'm going to let this keep happening.
Yeah.
Because I'm already 4 episodes in and I don't,
What do you want to say what they are, or is it you're giving away
Well, I
too
don't want
much?
to spoil anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
guess it isn't a very fun story in that
No.
respect. But you brought up airplanes, and I was just like, this shit's been bugging me all night. It's one of those ones where you lose sleep over.
Yeah.
Like, well, maybe there's some.
This is like a reverse paid partnership where you're
Yeah.
like, this is brought to you by Hijack, which sucks, kind of, but
Yeah.
you got to watch to see why it sucks. So go check it out.
There's a certain group of people that are like, he got me.
I'm watching it.
I'm watching because I like to hate watch stuff. So
I need to know
yeah.
what sucks.
Yeah.
I live
No,
to
it's
know.
it's a good show. It's a fun show.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So go see it with our friends at Apple. I saw an actual commercial for apples. Like actual.
Just the fruit?
The apples you eat, which always is fun to do.
We get avocado commercials. Avocados
out of
from
Mexico. Yeah, it's like, do people forget about that?
I'm like, oh yeah, fruit and veggies. Broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
a
like
good one.
There's going to be like, don't forget to bathe.
Right.
We really need you in there, guys. Like, oh, yeah.
Right.
Just wipe the grease off their
Yeah.
fingers
They're
and
like,
hop in the
I
shower.
work early mornings and I go to bed early to rise again the next day. And I couldn't do that without tap water. Go for tap.
For the love of God, please keep tap going.
Yeah, it's funny. Commercials for just regular things. You know what I forgot about? Cups.
You guys remember fucking? Get in there and please your wife.
That will be happening soon because we're not reproducing enough. They're like,
How are we not reproducing enough?
they're like,
We're so full.
this is Governor Newsom telling you not to pull out. Come in that woman.
We
that
need
beautiful
minimum
woman.
wage workers.
Yeah, that's what Elon Musk said.
I know, it's terrible. He's the worst. I'm coming for
I love it because you're going to be successful
Elon
and you're going to be
Musk.
driving a Tesla, and it's going to bum a lot of people out.
No, I'm gonna get a
For
different electric
the
car.
Mustang one.
Yeah, whatever. They all go fast and don't use gas. Kind of rhymed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've come out hot. I went after Idris Elba,
Yeah.
Elon Musk, Madhouse Comedy Club. You're all on my shit list.
all the big wigs, the Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore of entertainment. I'm kind of upset with, and it's more of like a travel anxiety. Do you get travel anxiety? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I guess I do. I get anxiety,
I know you get anxiety, but
and
specifically
travel picks it up a little bit.
leading
sure.
up to travel, because I would always see like Jet Ski Johnson would text in the thread that we're in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm flying out tomorrow and I'm just having anxiety.
Can someone cover me?
Can someone work tonight for me so I
Yeah.
can like relax? And I'm like, I don't know if I guess I experienced that sometimes. I remember
Mm-hmm.
as a kid, I had like a nightmare where I thought the family I was going on a lake trip was going to try and drown me. And I woke up
Damn.
and told my mom, and my mom was like, then don't go. It sounds scary. My mom, like, no reasonable. She's
Yeah.
like, damn, dude, the signs are telling
These
you you're going to
signs?
drown at that
Yes.
party.
Let's read the send.
Yeah,
She like
exactly.
gets
She
her
dumps out some
lucky
animal
rocks out.
bones.
Yeah.
But then I went. I was like, nah, I'm just going to go. It was fun. I almost drowned. But maybe I did, and I woke up in this life. But my travel anxiety now comes from the fact that I'm going to be away from my bidet.
Get some wet wipes.
Yeah, but
Some travel wet wipes.
they're not the same. They're not the same. They
They're
still
close.
irritate.
They're close.
They still irritate my booty tang. And I'm
Dang.
riding out booty tang from last episode. It's going to be a term.
yeah.
My booty tang implies that I'm confident it tastes good.
Listen, we've checked the reviews and it's hot.
Yeah. But I'm going, I'm going to be gone for a week. Mm-hmm. And I don't
You're
I
gonna
don't know
miss
if I'm-
home, man.
I don't know if I might pack it.
It's hard to be gone for a week doing non-comedy stuff for me.
Yeah.
It stresses
feel
me
guilty.
out.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't feel as much guilt as I just feel like I'm losing. People are working and I'm not.
Yeah.
Not that like I'm here grinding so hard.
Yeah, totally. It's
But,
like, you might as well go away and then come back and grind harder.
Yeah, and once I'm there, I'm enjoy it. But yeah, it puts me in a weird headspace.
I just get better at other things.
Like
Push-up
what?
king. I can do a push-up where I clap behind my back. That's one of the goals by the end of the week.
Oh wow!
And I've written the next great American novel, or
What's
at
it
least
about?
mid-American novel.
The last mid-American
the
novel.
next mid-American novel.
And when you say mid,
Not mid-America.
not mid-America, like it's mid.
No, yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Although
it's
mid-America, kind of mid.
kind of mid. I have a weird one. You brought
Okay.
up dream. I thought about bringing this up on the pod, and I was like, it's too weird, and it goes nowhere.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
I woke up from a dream last night. Don't remember the dream at all.
Okay.
I just remember waking up and saying, "Cholos have a code."
You remember saying that?
I remember saying that out loud as I like woke up, and I don't
And you
know
have no
what it
idea
means. I
what-
have no context. What happened in that dream? I've never in my life has that happened to me where I woke up and said something.
I'm just picturing you like straight food up, like just like button on the top, tatted face. We need someone to do some like fan art of Torio, and he's just stopping the fucking viewer's perspective. It's getting foggy, and it says Cholos have a code, and the back of the shirt is just you sitting up in bed with a sleeping cap, going, "What on earth was that about?"
Well, golly, that's bizarre. Oh man, I was so confused.
Was I doing black voice?
Yeah, I was like, none of that was okay.
That's hilarious. Because I could also kind of see you passing for Cholo.
Interesting. Yeah, but
Once that sunburn sets.
I'm working on this tan, man. Damn, we went to the beach yesterday.
And you have a sunburn back where it looks like hands were clawing at your back, like you attacked someone.
Yeah, it's like, so I just, I was just like, well, I got to get on there. And I just kind of just
Put it on your hands and
but
on
I'm
your
not
back.
a flexible man.
Yeah.
I'm not doing, and my shoulder dislocates, so I don't have a lot of,
No one can do their own back, Torio.
right. Well, I couldn't either. And it shows. I got some white patches, mostly bright pink, but with some white patches here and there where the sunscreen hit.
It'd be funny if it just by chance your back looks like you got like you're throwing up gang signs.
Yeah.
And then I see it and I'm like, the prophecy has been fulfilled.
Well, you can check it
And
out.
you have the dream. You're like, what is happening to my life?
Going
You're like, I just got this one pair of socks. It's laundry day. And it's a sock that goes all the way up to your knee.
This is some good pure leaf, no sugar, unsweetened iced tea.
No shortcuts, it says.
I did a show last night
Okay.
at the Comedy Store, Belly
Whoa.
Room. So it's a smaller room,
Okay.
seats 70. Second row. I go up there. The host. It's host then me. I'm going up early.
Yeah.
And in the second row is a Catholic priest.
Oh my God. Like in full garb?
In full garb, has the collar.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, is that real?
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a priest.
Yeah.
It's like, are you a Catholic? Are you actually a Catholic
Are you
priest, or is this
performing tonight?
is this some kind of West Hollywood
Right.
fashion choice? And he
Right.
goes, no, I'm a Catholic priest. Younger guy.
How old?
I want to say like our age.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mid 30s, maybe late 20s. I don't know. It's dark. I can't tell that well. And then I have that thought. You don't have a lot of time to make choices when you're up there
Yeah.
in your head, but
No.
you do. You do have time to think about it. And my first thought was, don't do the religious stuff,
Right.
because
Everyone's going to be looking at
it's
him.
early. Everyone's gonna be looking at him. And then my next thought is, this is a chance to make a memory, have some fun with
Yeah.
him if you do the religious
Yeah.
stuff. So I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Okay.
So I did. I went into how I grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
Kind of riffed, but also did one of my religious bits, and like it did okay, but it was like I did feel bad after I was like, that wasn't the payoff I was hoping for.
Yeah.
I think if anything, I just alienated this man of God,
Yeah.
and but it was I don't know. I'm glad. I don't know. I'm still sitting with it. I'm like, I'm glad I tried it.
Yeah.
I feel like I tried it and didn't lean in. You know, I'm bad at
Right.
leaning
If you
in on
feel a
making
little
people
bit
uncomfortable.
bad,
I don't like
yeah.
making people uncomfortable
Yeah.
on stage. Like,
Same.
I don't yell. Like, I do crowd work.
Same,
But
yeah.
I don't try to make fun of people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm still thinking about this guy and if I'm going to hell for it.
It's interesting because like the dynamic I feel like has shifted. Where like 10 years ago, you know, you're punching up still. The Catholic
Right.
Church is moving people around.
You can still punch the Catholic Church.
You can punch, but there is like an element of punching down in my mind where, okay, religion is dumb. That's now the outfit of a pedophile.
Right.
In our mind, like in the masses' mind.
Yeah.
And anyone who's saying we need to get back to Jesus Christ is like 9 times out of 10 an insane Trumper.
Yeah.
You know, who's on like an existential war against like Arabs. You know what I mean? So it's like he's young and maybe in it for all the right reasons.
Yeah.
And you're getting so much of this. It's kind of like hammering like a handsome white guy.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting this. You're getting this bullying. And it has to happen because there are too many beacons shining from
Yeah.
what you look like. But you've probably gotten this a few times today.
Totally. I also feel like my experience with Catholic priests, maybe this is not the experience with most, is that they're not over the top. They're not like religious zealots like the Trumpers you were talking
Yeah,
to.
right.
They're very much like, listen. You know, I even had one of the priests that I grew up with. That sounds bad, but like one of the ones that was like a church. Like I went to Catholic school.
Why does that sound bad?
Just a kid growing up with a priest.
You went to
Sounds
Catholic
scary.
school.
Yeah. He was very much like, and he would get in trouble with this with parents where it was like, guys, it's not, stop taking everything. Because like kids at that age, it's like, explain this.
Right.
Explain, how does this work?
Right.
How's
To-
he
to a
800
very
years
animal.
old?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, you know, you have to stop looking at it literally.
Yeah.
And just take the messages, which
Right.
is like, yes, that you can read the Bible that way, in a way that like can be valuable.
Right. There are virtues
Yeah,
taught.
but the
sure.
people that are crazy are like, everything in there is true.
Yeah.
It's the word of God.
Right.
And so the priests that I grew up with were like, they're like, let's just try to get these kids to not hate this.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Or like, let's apply it to our lives to be better people. That's really what
Right,
it
yeah,
was for
totally.
me growing
Yeah.
up. And I was religious boy.
Yeah. I was skeptical right out the bat.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know.
I was all in. I mean, dude, you know how
Maybe not right off the bat, but pretty young.
my mental breakup. I'm a Kool-Aid sipper for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's my t-shirt. It's just me with the Kool-Aid, like, whatever you got.
Is it sweet?
Yeah, so is it a cult?
I don't care.
I don't care.
Is it grape?
Grape cult. The the
yeah.
priest I had was great. Really cool guy.
Father Dan was what was yours? Do you remember?
Well, we had a few.
Yeah, but like the one I was the one that was great. What was his name?
We had a couple goodies.
Okay.
There was Monsignor Lacey was the old school one. Old
Was that his
man.
last name or first name?
Last name? I
Oh,
think.
we always did. Maybe because we were little kids, they always went by their first name, which
Very
I thought
camp
was
counselor.
funny.
Yeah, no, ours were all last name. And then Father Tarantino.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
he was from New York,
I love it.
Italian Catholic. I think he might have passed away, but he had the best sermons. He came.
I feel like you're losing all your Moroccan fans right now.
Yeah.
They're like, he grew up
Moroccans
Catholic?
are actually very. My mom fucking brags about this all the time. They are very accepting of other religions, like out of the that world.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So like they have a big.
Not sexual orientations, but other religions.
Yeah. Well, one is a belief and one is a choice. No.
Wait, which one's a choice?
No, so they have basically Morocco hit the jackpot because when America became a country, England was like, fine, dude, fine, you're your thing. And then they would come to go get spices and stuff. You got to go through the Mediterranean and pirates would just eat them up. And England's like, fuck yeah, dude, suck it. You're never going to survive this.
Right.
So they would even pay pirates. But like, go fuck the USA travel. And they had like, their Navy was like 100 ships. And so the Moroccans like linked up with them early on. And were like, we'll protect you. We'll help you. You're a new country.
With USA or the
With
pirates?
the USA.
Got it.
And you know, probably enlist some pirates to help defend and protect. And so, like, they had no idea how big America was going to be, right? It's like a nation on the brink.
Right.
And so they teamed up and would help them.
In their eyes, they were just arms for hire.
Kind of. Just
Yeah,
like, dude, we
boats
got your
for
back.
hire,
Yeah, right. We'll work something out.
Yeah.
And then, like, the Holocaust stuff happened, and Jews were getting, and even like in the Crusades, Jews and people and Christians would get pushed out of Spain or whatever, Europe. And Morocco's like, dude, just come here. You're Moroccan. You know, we got your back. And then like the Mossad, you know what I mean? Like, so now they have these like two global superpowers that have like the best spies, the most like dangerous military, and they're just like, thanks for looking at, you know what I mean? It's like you tutored the fucking most badass kids, and they're like, thanks, Father Torio. We got your back.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah,
History of Morocco.
Yeah, it's lucking out, like helping other people that become big. You know, if we were losers, they'd be like, fucking don't help anyone anymore,
Yeah,
dude.
it's not good. Yeah.
But what were you saying? Oh, yeah, like Father Tarantino had great, he would say use.
Oh,
I mean, it was
it.
magical.
Yeah.
His sermons were really good. My mom still...
give us a taste.
My mom never went to church because she was, you know, Muslim, and we were always so jealous. We're like, I want to be Muslim. I don't want to go to church. But so my brother and I would go with our dad, and Tarantino just... We'd usually like fall asleep in mass. It was so boring. But Tarantino really did a good job of like making it interesting. And he had one sermon that my mom went to that day, or maybe I recited it to her, but to this day she still quotes the sermon. And he goes, there was this guy Gino, and Gino he wanted to win the lottery, and he would go to the church and he would pray. He'd get on his knees at church.
You're not going to do the New York accent?
And he'd go, God. Well, he wasn't over the top thick. And he'd go, God, I want the lottery, you know. I want to win it all. Please, God. If you're there, if you're real. And numbers get drawn, and Gino doesn't win. And he goes back another time. God, please, if you're out there, I've been a good Christian. I've been trying to be good. I'm thankful for everything you've given me. Please help me win the lotto. Checks the numbers, doesn't win. Third time he goes to pray. He's like, God, I'm starting to question. And God comes out of the clouds and goes, Gino, you got to buy a ticket. And he was like, brought that into life about like, you know, buy it to invest in other ways, just besides asking the heavens to like bestow his gifts upon you. And it was like cool shit like that, where it was like fun, entertaining. He'd walk around like into the crowd a little bit. So he was great. And then one of my childhood best friends, T.R. Hoffman.
You have like all of your childhood friends have like rich people names.
I think it was Thomas Richard Hoffman III. But he
T.R. Hoffman.
T.R. Yeah, he became a Franciscan monk. He was like the hottest kid in the world growing up. Like every girl wanted him. Good
Monks can
athlete.
fuck,
Good
can't they?
athlete. No. Good athlete. Maybe. Phenomenal athlete and like straight A student. Like,
he had it all.
He
And he
looked
had
like
rich
a
parents.
Abercrombie and Fitch. They were okay. I mean, like they weren't Tiburon. They were Sausalito, but they were well off. His dad worked for like a bank.
Sausalito. It's just as rich as Tiburon.
Well, but I mean, back in the 80s and 90s, it wasn't that bougie.
Okay.
Like Mill Valley was like a hippie town. It was well off hippies, but so I still chalk it up to this one time my dad drove us home from school, and we were in the car, and my dad used to like lay into people in traffic, like so much that like it was scary.
Yeah.
It was truly scary.
Like road
I
rage.
think I'm non-confrontational because of this, because it's like that heated.
Although it comes out in your driving sometimes.
It does.
You don't yell.
My brother calls me out. Yeah, I bottle it up because I don't want to be like my dad. But so we're driving home, and I would tell people at school, I'm like, dude, my dad like screams at people and like threatens to fucking kill them and shit. And kids were like cracking up, like that's so funny. And I was like, oh, you find it entertaining? My mom's been begging him to stop because it's like traumatizing us. And he can't help it. And so we're in TR sleeping over that night. We're coming home from school, and my dad goes like, you mother, and he like sees us and was like, I remember I'm not allowed to do this anymore. And I remember looking back at TR and he's like, oh, and I go, no, Dad, do it. And my dad goes, really? And he goes, yeah. And my dad comes to a complete stop on the street, blocks this car like he's going to get out and do something, and goes, rolls his window. He's like, you stupid motherfucker, you fat motherfucker. I will fucking kill you, dumb fuck. Learn to fucking drive before I rip your license out of your fucking hand. Like for like 3 minutes. And I'm like, all right, this is it. And I look back, tears streaming. TR never wanted any. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that is scary. Okay, so I was scary. Right. And then he became a Franciscan monk later in life. I swear, like, he devoted his life to serving the Lord. But he gave up all his possessions, shaved his blonde hair.
Where does he live now?
I think he travels city to city. He was in, like, the depths of, like, poverty in New York.
Can we have him on the pod?
He'd probably do the pod. I think his name's Brother Isaiah or Brother Elijah now. He's
sick.
Dressed like St. Francis. He has no
brown
possessions.
Robes.
Yeah. And the white rope. It's like the one like knapsack rope.
So where does he like sleep?
He sleeps at the seminary. I think when I last met with him, he was he'll come home and like his mom will give him her phone to contact them. He doesn't have you got to write letters to the seminary.
Yeah.
And now he lives in New Mexico and I'm like, what is your day to day? And it's just like,
how did you even talk to him?
A friend actually D-Mom, who's a patron, texted me and said, hey, I got a hold of TR. We're going to have, or Brother Elijah or Isaiah, we're going to have lunch if you want to. I'm like, yeah, I would love to. And so we asked about his day to day, and he gets up, he's in a band that they've released an album with like the brothers.
So when you talk to him, does he still seem like the same guy you grew up with, or is he like
a little bit?
Yeah,
a little bit. But he is very much like.
Does he talk like softer and like?
And it's very much like
calmer.
God involved. You know, so it's like finding him, finding God and Jesus in our day-to-day lives. I know. I go, whoa, him, God?
Okay.
You might want to look up a level.
Yeah.
So he.
Guess you're not quite enlightened yet.
But like, as much as we want to make fun of dumb religious stuff, like he is truly a servant of like goodness. Like he gets up, goes and finds like homeless people, insane people that are like having trouble getting food or getting back on their feet, and he spends his day helping them get to a library, get some resources, maybe go to like a Goodwill and use donations to like get them clothes. Like he is a far better person than any of us could be in our existence as far as just making the world better every direction he looks.
Yeah, but he hasn't had to go to Madhouse Comedy Club.
That's true.
Like we have. You know what I mean?
Where we're battling the insane. We're sometimes following the insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because I feel like religion is dumb is a fun joke.
I don't think
because like the book is outdated. I mean, come on.
I mean, I don't want to get into this too much, but I don't think your own personal journey with spirituality is bad.
Yeah,
it's just these organized religions. It's all power corrupts, so they see an opportunity to make money or take advantage of people.
Yes.
So most of the time, that's going to happen.
Yeah,
that's just the systematic way things work.
But that leaches into everything, dude.
Yeah,
everything.
I don't know. Agreed.
Uber was a good thing. Was cool. Remember that? Dude, I'll just call us an Uber.
Yeah, if you drove Uber early on, you made so much money.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then taxi drivers? You're like, get fucked. Drive Uber, dude. God. Sorry you worked 20 years for the medallion. Fuck your medallion, dude. Drive a car. And then Uber takes over like,
well.
You still got that medallion? Want to dust that thing off? Put it to use?
All right, we got to end it on some kind of banger.
On positivity?
Yeah, it's been a weird one. Not a lot of laughs, a lot of introspection.
Yeah, we're getting deep.
It's not good. That's not what they want, I don't think.
Yeah.
I wish Hesbos commented more on the content.
Yeah.
I want to know, are we headed in the right direction? Should we U-turn back to like
They're
just talking about
out.
COVID like when we started?
Don't put it on them, man. We'll figure it out.
I just want some notes.
I just think about like our childhood sometimes and like what we used to do. Like remember 2 for Flinching?
Yeah, 2 for Flinching.
So some of our younger listeners might not know, but back in the day, before we had the internet, what we would do for fun instead of slice fruit in a Fruit Ninja game or GPT each other, whatever the fuck you're doing now, we would pretend to punch someone and get close to doing it. And if they made the critical mistake of protecting their vital organs,
then
they lost.
Then they had to stand there and take it.
Then they had to get punched twice, literally.
Yes.
So we were training people to completely embrace an approaching punch. And then sack tap.
Sack tap.
Where you hit someone in the balls.
And then there was the circle game.
The circle game is if you look down at my leg.
It has to be below my waist.
It has to be below the waist.
And I put a circle out, which has become a right wing symbol now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means.
I know, that sucks.
And then if I look at it, if you go, hey, look at this, and then I look at what you're telling me to look at, then I have to get punched.
Yeah. The first time I actually ever received oral sex, and I'm not making this up, I unzip my pants. They start to go down from out behind everything. I was much more limber back then. Comes this hand holding the thing, and I beat the shit out of that dude.
That's a borderline hate crime.
Nah, man.
But rules are rules. It's the circle game.
He was like, it's the circle game. It's not. The judge was like, it's the circle game. It's not a crime. It'll be like an hour and a half of community service. That's funny.
And then is
that not funny?
I remember that case because I went for moral support, and
it was a huge case.
Yeah, the defense attorney was like, "This is a jury trial," and the judge was like, "I'm overruling that."
Yeah,
it's the circle game.
He's like, "Can you approach the bench?" And then they come. And he's like, "What is this?" Oh, just gavel right to the teeth. It was a different time.
It was a different time.
You think the internet's bad?
Game, yeah, and then it got changed to the Smirnoff Ice thing. Icing.
That's right.
And then that ruined it.
And I'll never forget the first time I went down on a woman. You are not going to believe what she had up there, T.
Oh, no, what was inside?
Well, I don't know how it took place. But I went, is there like a metal cap? And she goes, keep going. And I pull it out. And I go,
you've been iced.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I've been with you for 48 hours straight. We're going to the hospital right after I drop to a knee and chug this bad boy for posterity.